It's the Living Large Theater, broadcasting today from White Sands Marina Inn and Suites in Port Isabel, Texas. I'm Gary Rodriguez, along with super producer Noe Ayala. Billy Santiago has the day off. And remember, admission to the Living Large Theater is always free. All you need is a sense of humor and a thirst for entertainment. White Sands Marina, your destination for all things family. Whether your family enjoys boating, fishing, food and beverage, or just a weekend getaway from the daily rush of life, White Sands Marina in Port Isabel should be your first choice for value, customer service, recreation, and location. WSNandSuites.com. Make your reservations today. We want to thank Ward Thomas and Majestic Studios. Thank you, Ward. And, of course, Fred Rodriguez, a Texas sportsman, the premier hunting and fishing guide in South Texas. Gotta have it. The Living Large Theater is here at White Sands Marina Inn and Suites to promote hotel reservations for the Labor Day holiday weekend, which starts on Friday, August 30th and runs through Monday, September the 2nd. Book your rooms or suites right now at WSNandSuites.com. Introducing Arnold and Corina Flores. They are veterans of the U.S. military, and they are the owners of White Sands Marina Inn and Suites. Boy, this Bloody Mary's starting already. First of all, Arnold and Corina, thank you so much for your service. Tell us about your time in uniform, Arnold, and then we'll ask the same of Corina.
Hey, really quick, before we even start, I want to know, how did Billy get the day off? You said he
has a day off.
How did he manage that?
A week. He put in his request 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't denied. I was surprised it wasn't a stamp denied.
Yeah, I lost that stamp, but you're right. He did it the right way. 2 weeks in advance.
I think I need one of those also.
You deserve it, man.
It probably will get denied, though. I know the...
She has that stamp already. Denied. Hey, thanks for joining us, both of you, today. I know you're very busy. You got stuff you're doing and have to get done, but tell us about your time in the Army there, Arnold.
I spent 14 years between the Army and the Army Reserves. I've done a couple of tours overseas, and a lot of them local here in the United States.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
You recommend it for a 18-year-old guy with nothing else to do or something else to do, just wants a little adventure?
I think that every 18-year-old and above should do at least 2 years. I think it should be mandatory.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think so, too. I think it'd be good.
And it teaches them a lot.
Yeah, and it instills discipline, and it gives you a chance to figure out where you are in life and where you can go just by all the opportunities that are presented to you through military service. I think it's a noble way to earn a living and serve your country.
I do too. I think also the state of Texas offers a lot for veterans when they come back.
Oh boy!
If you leave from Texas and you come back to Texas, they have a lot of programs for veterans.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for your service. Corina, you were in the military. What branch, and what do you think about it?
I was in the Air Force, and just like my husband mentioned, I think it's the discipline that I really brought back home and use that even now to date, 20 years later. I still have that discipline that I got from the military. So, but the same thing, I think, it's a great experience for, anybody, especially, the young, 18-year-olds and, whenever they get right out of high school.
Yeah.
But they can learn a lot from the military. It's just not, shooting guns and that kind of thing.
Well, you were in the pharmaceutical branch, right?
I was. I worked in the hospital, in the Air Force hospital. So, there's
Man, thank you for your
different,
service. I bet you were busy doing that.
We were. But, there's a lot of avenues when it comes to military. People just think, oh, it's just shooting people, but there's medical, there's, technology, there's, computer analysts. There's just so much to do in the military.
It's a broad range of things that you can choose from flying helicopters to being in medical to supplies. It's a broad range.
Yeah, and I see that y'all have the notification outside, veteran owned. How do your customers respond to that? Do they appreciate that? They frequent you a little more, knowing that this is a veteran owned establishment?
I think they do frequent us because of that, but I think a lot of people are also proud of our military. And we also offer so much for military people who come here, as far as our veterans, discounts, as far as if they're in uniform and still in active duty, they eat for free here.
Yeah.
The veterans who are retired also get a discount. Our police officers in uniform get discounts here, or eat free, actually.
Yeah.
So we try to give back to the community. As you know, the community's been great to us.
That's
here,
amazing, because not too many people do that anymore. Not too many restaurants will do, come in a uniform, sit down, and get a hot meal and a cold drink for free.
Well, they put up with a lot. So
Yeah.
I think they should get something in return.
Not only do they put up with a lot, they put their life on the line.
Yes, I agree.
Every time they strap on that belt and uniform and head out the door, their family doesn't know if they'll be coming back.
That's right. That's right.
We want to obviously thank them for their service
Yes, we do.
to us, but also thank you, White Sands Marina, for your offers to them to help them out, because a lot of times they're on a budget as well, and they know they can put on their work uniform, be at work, and come in here and sort of get away from it all and have a good time and a good lunch and just feel safe and welcome and appreciated. I think that's what they really feel for, is the appreciation.
And I think the customer service here is superb, especially last night. I saw you wandering the parking lot last night. I don't know what was going on there.
This is what, at like 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night,
Yeah.
We have some of those customers that need a little extra care, and they get a little more service out of us.
Oh, okay.
All right. I confess, it was me. I lost my hotel room key on Ward Thomas's boat, but we're looking for it. But where else can you call the owner of a property and have him go to the office, get out of bed, go to the office, get you another key, and send you on your way? Arnold, thank you so much again. That was great. That was real hands-on experience for you guys. That you stay on the property a lot.
We do, and like you said, get out of bed. But actually, I was watching a movie, kind of relaxing. I'm not that old, guys.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, it was close to midnight.
But it was close. But no, I do. We stay on property here, and I tend to not roam the property, but I like to check on things every once in a while. Jump on the golf cart, go take a ride, and make sure everything's safe. We like to make sure all our customers are taken care of, make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
Because believe it or not, Gary, that happens quite often.
Oh, I'm not alone.
No, you're not
The
alone.
only one. Don't feel like the Lone Ranger.
I thought I was. I thought it was special.
No.
Yeah.
I've been seeing something on social media on your all's page a lot. That wall you have. Who came up with that?
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? Because it's great.
Well, that
It's
is
a home
my
run.
My wife's child there.
Oh, really?
That's where it came from.
Yeah, it's awesome. I had to take a picture. I took several pictures, by the way, by that.
We are
so.
starting to bring anybody and everybody that wants to take a picture, and we're starting to post it. And we've gotten, I'd like to say, some semi-famous people and some famous people in there.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Well, you got Gary there.
Yeah, we got Gary. Like I said, famous people. And
Semi.
would be
We'll
me.
go with semi.
Famous would be Gary.
Hey, why White Sands Marina? Say if somebody's looking for a place to stay, why White Sands Marina?
White Sands has been here since 1930s, 1940s. It's iconic, but you're gonna get island. You're gonna go to the island and you're gonna pay a lot more than what you would pay here. And what you get here is you get a lot of family. You get the
More of that angler's paradise,
Right.
that my husband loves to talk about, that, where you could come, you can fish. And
Yeah.
so that's sort of our slogan. You fish, you eat, because we do cook your catch here. Then you sleep, and then you repeat it all over again.
Yeah,
so
rinse and repeat.
Yes, that's a
correct.
perfect
That's
thing here.
That's awesome. And you have a swimming pool outside. Kids love that.
So
Kids
we
love
have
it.
a swimming pool, we have kayaking, we have the jet cars. I think that we're the only ones down here in South Padre Island in this area that has the jet cars.
Oh, yeah, I
so
saw 'em earlier.
those are really fun. And then we have captains. We have about 20, 25 captains that go out of here on a daily basis. So, you can, get your private charter here. You can rent your own boat or pontoon boat, do the kayaking, do swimming, and the jet car. So there's so much to do here. You never even have to leave.
Yeah.
So you get that island experience, but without all the high prices.
So if somebody fell in
correct.
love with it, is there accommodations for them to stay here? Do y'all have apartments for rent as well?
We also do. We have apartments on property also. Aside from the hotel, we also do extended stays.
Okay.
And that could be from 3 to 6 months or 6 months to a year.
Nice.
So we do have extended stays here. We also have an area in the back by the apartments where you can fish. So whoever stays on property at the hotel, we also have a barbecue area and a fishing area in the back.
Yeah.
we've set it up for, again, anglers and
Yeah.
fishing people. You know.
Well, that's amazing that you can come and really not have to leave unless you need to go get some supplies. Talking about shopping opportunities nearby here. What?
So that's a great call out because we actually have HEB, we have Walmart, not even a mile down the road. You know, for example, if you go to the island, you're going to have to come all the way across the bridge to come down here to Port Isabel if you want to go to an HEB or Walmart, right?
Yeah.
So we have everything right here. There's, restaurants, there's Mexican restaurants, there's seafood restaurants, of course, our restaurant. But, everything that you want is right here. You don't have to go to the island.
Yeah.
You don't have to go spend all that money, and you get that great experience right here in Port Isabel.
And Port Isabel et al., I mean, the city commission, the elected officials, how have they received you guys? They pretty supportive of local businesses and in acknowledging your contribution to the economy here?
Yeah, I think they've welcomed us with open arms, especially when we first bought it over a year and a half ago. They were excited to see, somebody really wanting to improve this area, right? Because it had been kind of on the back burner for quite some time. So to see this park come back to life,
Yeah.
they were really excited.
Y'all are revitalizing it, and that means
We're
a
trying,
lot.
we're trying.
We're trying.
You give the historic nature of this property, and then you're updating it with a new vibe, a younger vibe, a more exciting vibe, bringing in captains and guides who can take people out fishing, and an extension of the fun that you offer here. They can go out there and amplify that by being on a boat with a certified guide and a fisherman and a captain. What about public transportation? If somebody wants to stay here but they don't want to drive, is there access to getting around?
Yeah, so there's actually, I think it's called the Wave.
The Wave, local
that's just
transportation.
maybe like a block down, maybe just not even a block down the street from us.
I think you have a lot of little stops around here where you can just walk up to a certain stop area. It's kind of like a bus.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And they're local transportation. I think they run until 8 o'clock. So they'll run you up to the island all the way to Brownsville and back.
There you go. Brownsville, the island, Harlingen.
I don't know about Harlingen, but I know they run between Brownsville, the island. And,
More to the south end.
More to the south end.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, so park your car. Don't drink and drive.
That's correct.
Just
You can ride the wave.
take advantage of the transportation
I've been seeing
opportunities.
a lot of people using that. I love White Sands. Where do I get a T-shirt like that or a baseball cap?
Come see me after. Come see me after.
Because I've been seeing it. It's pretty nice. I
Since
like
you
it.
put her on the spot, you're just gonna have to give me one now.
But Gary, going back to when people are looking for a place to stay this Labor Day weekend, right? When you come to White Sands, you're going to see some remodeling going on. So right now, you're going to see some workers out there. We're doing some remodeling, construction.
Yeah.
We're trying to give it, as my husband mentioned, this is an historical site, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we're trying to give it that modern, sleek look. So
Sure.
you're going to see, a new
Yeah.
an out face to it. We're going to do some stuccoing. We're going to do some painting. So it's going to look a whole different.
You
in
can't
a couple
shut it
weeks.
down while you're making repairs.
Right.
And
That's
I
right.
want
That's
I want our listener that is going to hear wsnnsweets.com and make their reservation for the Labor Day weekend. I want them to know when you come in, they're gonna be busy. You're gonna see a little busyness, but I tell you, and I hope y'all don't take this the wrong way, when you get in your room here at White Sands, when you get into your hotel room and you close the door and you look around your room, I don't know, man. I would compare it to a Comfort Inn and Suites. I would Courtyard by Marriott, something nice, The outside, they're busy. They're making repairs. They're enhancing the beauty and the vibe. But I guarantee you, when you get in your hotel, Noe, am I right?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm enjoying that room. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we got
It's
there
really nice,
yesterday,
yeah.
and Noe checked into his room, and first thing he said, "Man, we got to take a picture of the room before we, mess it up, but because it looks nice. It is top quality." And what I really like and appreciate is the minimalism of it, where there's not just a lot of crap all over every table and shelf. It looks nice. It looks clean. It's white, and it's just very spacious and well apportioned. And I like.
You got a stove and a refrigerator there,
Yeah.
a sink, and so
But a real refrigerator. Not
Not one of those mini little.
No,
the mini ones, yeah, the real ones.
Again,
But we do
depends on
have-
the rooms.
yeah, we do have some rooms that have,
we call them
a small-
minis, and then you guys got the kitchenettes, which
Yeah.
are they're all updated. Let me rephrase it. Every room has been updated here. Just some have been 100% remodeled, and we're slowly working on all of them. We've got 30 rooms to do, but
Yeah.
everyone has been updated right now, but some of them have been remodeled 100%, and I think you guys are staying on the side that has been remodeled. Yeah. And again, all the work has been done inside the hotel first and foremost.
Very impressive, man.
Most of our customers are going to be when they come to rest, take a break, or when they come back from fishing with our wonderful captains, they're going to want to take a break. And we do get some extended stays. A lot of the winter Texans come down here, they stay, they want to do a little cooking after they've gotten off for the day or something like that. So we do have y'all are in the remodel rooms, what we call the kitchenettes.
Those are nice, man. Corina, you mentioned something earlier, cook your catch. How does that happen? I go out, I catch a few fish, I bring them back, and what?
So either if you go out with one of our captains, or if you rent one of our boats, or if you have your own boat and just want to come in, right? Pull up to one of our boat slips. We have boat slips available. We have boat lifts. But you get your catch, you bring it in. Well, you get it filleted and everything.
Yeah.
You bring it in, and we'll go ahead and cook your catch for you. We do fried, grilled, blackened, any
That's
way you
amazing.
want it, for about $11, and it comes with 2 sides. So
there you go. That's amazing. To me, that's a whole new concept for being able to catch something, bring it here, and have you guys cook it up for me.
Well, I'll do you one better, Gary. You don't even have to clean your own fish. We have a fish filleter on the docks. He'll take care of it for a couple of bucks. He'll take care of your fish. He'll fillet them, get them ready. So all you got to do is catch them.
Yeah.
Show up. We'll take care of the rest.
Or if you don't want to catch, just come and order.
Well, if you don't want to catch, just call me and we'll save you some. We'll keep some here.
Exactly.
So if somebody is flying in, what airport do you recommend they use? Brownsville, Harlingen, or?
It depends. For example, I don't know if Brownsville has Southwest. So if you're going to fly Southwest, that's usually Harlingen.
Okay.
But if it's going to be American or United, you can either do Harlingen or Brownsville.
Okay.
Yes.
Land, rent a car, and get yourself to White Sands
Get
Marina.
down as quick as you can.
Do you mind if I ask you what the rate is going to be for your rooms on the Labor Day weekend? I mean, you can be general because I know a lot of it depends on availability and supply and demand, but I guess I'm trying to drive home the contrast between White Sands prices and South Padre Island prices.
Yeah, but so just in general, let's just go for just an average week. During the week, it's normally, depending on what room, right? They start at $65. So you can't beat that. A room for $65.
Yeah.
But during this Labor Day weekend, we're looking about $115.
Still a deal.
It is.
Still a deal, because I looked earlier at prices. I was with Arnold, and we looked at prices on South Padre Island. And look, we're not kicking South Padre Island. We love South Padre Island. I believe
we do. We love the
South
beach.
Padre Island complements White Sands, and I believe White Sands Marina complements South Padre Island. But my purpose of this whole podcast today is to put out there the value that you could get when you book at White Sands Marina. So we were looking at some prices, Arnold, you and I. What was the top and what was the median?
I think the highest price we found was $515, $520
a night.
A night.
A night.
Correct. That is, they say weekend, but that's actually a night.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about $1,000 for 2 nights.
Yeah.
All we're saying is that you can get a great price, a great rate. You're going to have a great room. You're going to have a restaurant, a bar right next to you. You're going to have somewhere you can fish, something you can go do with the kids, with the family, and you don't have to pay higher prices. You
and
can
the
save a
lower
little
one
money.
the lower one we found. I hate to interrupt you, but I will.
$249.
$249
Yes, sir.
a night.
A night.
And I think tops here for that weekend you're looking at $115.
Like I said, like my wife said, 115, and again, averages. Depends on the amount of people, pets, whatnot. Of course, all those little extras sometimes do add up.
You're pet friendly.
We
are pet friendly.
Look,
We love our pets, and as you can see, we have Weta right here. I think she just left with Ward.
She did leave.
Yeah, she's walking around somewhere, but we are pet friendly. We have
That
pets,
is awesome,
and we
man.
love pets. So
That is awesome.
Well, we have
pets
2 of our
welcome.
own. We have Millie and
oh,
Calicia.
nice. Are they here?
They're not in here.
They're in
but
the good. They're on property.
Yep, they are.
they are on
How
site.
many pets can you bring, though?
Not 40. Not 40 cats.
I don't think we want all the pound here, but we don't mind a couple. We have some people who normally run with 2 to 3 pets. Our winter Texans usually bring 2 to 3 pets, which is fine.
That
And
is
size-
awesome.
No
size
St.
doesn't-
Bernards, though, please.
No St. Bernards, okay.
Hey, man, you can tell. I'm talking to the listener right now. You can tell we're in the bar. It's there's bar activity, little ambiance going on. People are having conversations, and phones are ringing, and people are hooting or hollering, watching a little bit of television. But talk about the bar here, and you have a legendary guy working here for you, a guy named Johnny Barrera, who you mentioned his name as far as McAllen, and people know who he is. But talk about the bar operation right now, and then we're going to talk about the restaurant. But let's talk about this bar right here.
So when we first bought this place, we were like, okay, what we needed, right? We needed a bartender, we needed staff, and the first thing that we heard was, oh, you need to get this bartender. He's currently retired, but let's see if you can get him out of retirement. And I'm like, who is it? And they're like, Johnny. I'm like, Johnny, because we're not from the area. And I'm like, Johnny, who's this Johnny that everybody's talking about, right? So we reached out to Johnny, we talked a while, and he's like, you know what? I'd love to come over.
Well, actually, I reached out to him, and he returned my call, and then he hung up on me. So it took a little while to get him out. I don't know if I was getting him out of bed or out of the store or out of somewhere, but it took me a little while. But once we got a hold of him, like my wife said, he came down, we talked to him, and here we are.
I'm going to tell you, man, I'm not a Bloody Mary guy, but I tell you what, ever since we were here, when we were here, in April?
April, I think.
I discovered Johnny Barrera's secret Bloody Mary concoction, and I fell in love with it. And, I can't help it. I've already started, and it's good. And now I'm rumbling and bumbling and stumbling.
They're good for all occasions, for all day long.
That's his own secret recipe. He doesn't tell nobody his secret recipe. He's had that for years.
That's amazing.
Number of years. But he's also got a really great margarita. Just so you keep that in mind. He's
I'm
got
gonna
a
try
great
one.
margarita.
Mudslide. He knows how to make my mudslide just perfect for me. So.
And
What's
you don't
a
gotta go
mudslide?
far.
Don't ask. It's something that I don't know.
We
I
were
don't
in the
know what he puts
Caribbean a
in
couple
it.
of years ago, and they made her one.
Kaula involved with that?
Oh,
No, maybe.
I couldn't tell you what that was. You lost
And
me.
we won't ask Johnny.
You lost me. You're talking
Hey,
about,
we're at White Sands Marina in Port Isabel. We're pushing reservations right now for the Labor Day holiday. That is August 30th, August 31st, September 1st, September 2nd. You're going to look at a top rate, probably $115, again, depending on availability. Go to WSInnandSuites.com. I'll go ahead and spell it out. WSINNANDSUITES.com. Make your reservations for your rooms or your suites right now. Grab that cut rate price on your beautiful room. You will not regret it. You have access to 20 captains. You have owners who stay on the property just in case you need them, as I did last night after I lost my key on the SS Bad Kitty. Arnold got up and gave me another key and sent me on my way. But we want you to know what we know about White Sands Marina, what makes it special, the history of it, the beauty of it, the ambiance, the views. I mean, I'm looking out the windows right now at the bar here at White Sands Marina. I see palm trees. I see the palm trees swaying with the south breeze. I see flags. I see boats. I see fishermen. I see kids running around having fun. Now, some properties don't want too many kids there, Arnold. You guys seem to relish kids and want kids and invite the kids to come and stay here.
Nowadays, you get a lot of families. Everybody wants to bring their kids, their dogs, and don't take this wrong, the sway guys, everybody. They want to bring everybody, the whole family, and they're all welcome here. We get a lot of families. We are more family-oriented.
I like that.
As opposed to not.
Yeah.
But of course, we do take the single anglers, men or women, whoever wants to come fish.
Yeah.
They're all welcome here.
Okay, here we go. We're going to look into the future. Somebody just made a reservation. They're going to come in on, say, Friday, August 30th for the Labor Day weekend. They get their room or they get their suite. How do they get to the island? And what are the opportunities for them on the island when they're here? Obviously, a lot of people like to go actually lay on the beach. What would you recommend for somebody who's staying here at White Sands Marina but wants to take a day trip across to the island, Corina?
So, I would recommend doing it. We love to spend time on the beach too, right? And just go fishing there on the beach. But I think maybe from here to, the other side of the bridge, it takes maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes to go across the bridge, and there you are. You got, everything that the island has to offer. So,
Yeah.
I think it's a great opportunity again.
I think that speaks
to
highly
visit.
of you guys, that you guys understand that, people come this far south. If you look at Texas on the map, this is pretty much the very
We're
end
at
of
the
it.
end. We're at the point.
And that you acknowledge that some of them want to go to the island, and you're more than happy with that, but you're offering them the value of staying here, playing on the island, and you can play here too, but also staying here.
Well, we're okay with that. What we say is that if you've never been to White Sands, you've never tried White Sands, we ask that you come down here, give us a chance to show you what we've got here, what we can do, what we have to offer. Of course, the island has always been there. The island's been there for a long time. The island has a lot of wonderful things to do there also. We're not taking that away from the island. All we're asking is that since you got to go through here anyway.
You have to.
You might as well stop by, grab a drink, see the famous Johnny, see us, talk to us, see if this is something you might be interested in, because you can get a great savings here as opposed to spending a little more money.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying is give us a shot before you get to the island.
I suggest come and try the food here, get on the kayak, find a captain here. Yeah, that's what I did.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're shifting to the restaurant. Who's going to brag about the restaurant, Corina or Arnold?
The restaurant, the restaurant's his little
so
baby.
I run the restaurant. I took over the restaurant a year and a half ago whenever we bought this place. I gave it a little chance to see what it could do, but we've worked on our own seasonings. We do some of our own stuff here. Again, my wife mentioned the cook your catch, and that's one thing that I'm really famous for or proud of.
Yeah.
We do a lot of cook your catches. I mean, we do the captains. We have some of the best captains here on this side of the island.
That are really supportive.
They're supportive.
Without
they
a
take
doubt.
great care of us. We take great care of them. We try to do as much as we can for them. So what they do is whenever they have their people who catch fish, they'll bring them in. We take care of them. We do a lot of cook your catch. Like I said, we do fried, we do beer batter, we do blackened, we do it grilled. So some of the best recipes I have are for blackened fish.
Yeah.
And that is great. It's awesome. Not to mention, we do make our own seasonings for our breaded fish, and I think that we've found a really winning recipe. So
That's
I
outstanding.
tried the fish last time, and man, it was good.
we
So was
also
the
have
shrimp
some
too.
great coconut shrimp, and the
That was it.
jalapeno wrapped shrimps are awesome.
I think I know what I'm
Well,
having for dinner.
But my husband's even being a little modest here because we do everything homemade. Like all our cocktail sauce is homemade, so doesn't come in a jar or anything like that.
Yeah.
Our tartar sauce is homemade. Our tortillas are homemade. Even like our enchilada plates, right? They're not already pre-made. We make them when you come in and you order them. So we don't have a pot, just a pan of enchiladas sitting in the back.
Yeah.
Keeping warm. We make
You
them
make 'em.
to order. That's one of the best things
yesterday I
that we
tried
have
the
here.
marisco. The
Ooh, the caldo de marisco is
yeah, it was
awesome.
really good.
That's
It was
one of our
really good. Yeah,
recipes.
yeah.
Well, Russell, I guess the fisherman down there, he was here earlier. Russell, you had a taco, right? And I heard you bragging about the tortilla. I heard him say, man, this is one of the best tortillas I've ever had. So whoever made that.
I was observing a tortilla that a customer.
Oh, okay. He was watching somebody eat it.
It was not.
Russell is one of our local fishermen here. He's one of our captains also.
It was homemade.
Yeah. I tell you what,
It was made with love.
that's a great testimony, man.
It was like that's the type of tortilla when you are in South Texas.
Yeah.
You want to come to White Sands Marina and eat your taco.
Hey,
There you
everything's
go.
homemade.
You heard it
You,
live.
you got a great testimonial from a great fisherman, Russell.
Great captain.
And a great captain. There you go. And that just speaks about, the quality and the attention to detail that you've put into this restaurant. And I got to say, breakfasts are pretty damn good. I had the biscuits and gravy this morning, and then I ordered a pancake on the side. Noe had a huge taco. What was that, man?
It was potato, egg, sausage, and cheese on a big
Yeah.
tortilla, man. It was great.
And
was
those are
great.
average sized tacos. They're probably about 14, 15 inches the size of a pizza.
I call it the Billy taco.
Yeah, there you go. Billy can polish one off without even thinking about it. I know he's listening.
Yeah, but we have to give a lot of credit to our,
Our cooks
employees.
and our
first
staff.
of all. Yes, because
Yes.
they have been here way before me and my husband bought the place. Our cooks have been here for 20 years plus. Our wait staff has been here for 10 years plus. One of our best waitresses, Linda, she's been here for 20 years plus. So that's what really makes White Sands.
You know what happened this morning? I walk in. I was greeted by Linda. I was greeted by one of the waitresses. I was greeted every step. Somebody said, well, "Good morning, welcome
Good morning,
in." Yeah.
welcome. That's what we want. A family atmosphere. We want you to feel homely. We want you to feel invited. That's what
Yeah.
we want.
And
Yeah.
very, very patient too. I didn't know what to order at first. There's a lot of stuff on the menu that I wanted to order, and they're like, "Yeah, well, this," and they started telling me about the menu, but it was very professional. Everybody's really nice, and like Gary said, I walked in, everybody's welcoming. It was really, it's a great.
It's
great thing.
amazing,
Yeah.
man. And that's what gives you that I want to come back feeling.
Right. That's what we want. That's what we're shooting for. We're shooting for you. Once you leave, you'll go home, you'll sit there and you'll talk with your spouse and you'll be like, I want to go back. That's the place we want to be next time. This place we want to take the kids. We were welcomed. Our pets were welcomed. Everyone welcomed us. So we want you to leave with that feeling of we're going to come back soon.
Also, I want to mention that the last night the parking lot lit up. I mean, everything. It looked like daylight out there. Did you see that?
Yeah,
How it was just lit up. It was just
and
really
that's
nice.
safety conscious and security conscious, and that matters too, man.
Yeah, the whole parking lot was just lit up. It was really nice.
Talk about some of your regulars, because we were here in April. Now we're here in August, and some of the people that were here when we were here in April are still here. So
They haven't left.
you do. They've never left.
Yeah, they never left. We let them know that you were going to be here, that you guys were going to be here.
This is amazing. So.
She didn't get the memo.
Some of the greatest people here.
That's Miss Katie. She didn't get the memo.
Hello, Miss Katie. Hey, look, man, we're at White Sands Marina. We're pushing reservations. This is something I'm taking personal responsibility for, because Arnold and Corina Flores believe in the Living Large Theater podcast to the point where they became one of our corporate sponsors, our primary corporate sponsor right now.
That's right.
And we want to make sure that we move some rooms for them. So please go to wsnandsuites.com, book your rooms, book your suites, and we want to make sure that you get the best value for your holiday. In this crushing economy right now, I don't see how anybody could say, it's $115, but I'd prefer spending $550 on the island.
I agree.
So let's look at the economy. Let's look at the nickels and dimes, and most of all, look at your wallet and see how you can best entertain your family this Labor Day weekend as you rest from your job and your career, and you kick up your feet and put the phone down for a little while and come hang out with some really great down-to-earth people, veterans, appreciative of public servants. Arnold, take us out. What do you want to say on the way out?
I want to say thank you to the community. Thank you to everybody in Port Isabel and all the people who have come and visited us and have been here and helped us grow. Thank you to my wife.
Corina, what do you want to say?
One thing I'd like to say is that me and my husband, we'd certainly love to give your listeners a special discount. So if they say they heard it on the Living Large podcast and they want to rent a room, tell them to, mention Living Large podcast, and we'd certainly give them an extra discount just for your listeners.
That is it
Thank
right
you
now.
so
Hey,
much.
their motto is fish, eat, sleep, and repeat. It's Gary Rodriguez and super producer Noe Ayala. Billy Santiago has a day off, and this is the Living Large Theater podcast. Live large, because we will.